Hey VC, this is Harvey of Spin the Black Circle, and welcome to Friday Night Vinyl. Once again, I apologise coming to you on a Saturday. I did the same thing as last week. I had quite a busy week at work last week, so my wife and I said last night, you know what, my son's 19 and my daughter's 30. My son is old enough to babysit my daughter, and they have a good time when we're out. So my wife and I went to a local gastro pub named the Quill and Tabor, a couple of miles down the road in Sutton Coldfield, and they had this weekend treat special menu for £30. So starter, really nice main course choice, and then a pudding. So we had that, and after a couple of pints of lager and a 3-course meal, I just was not in a fit state last night to do a video upload, or I might have fallen asleep halfway through it if I did. So I apologise, but here we are, and today actually I've been to 3 record stores, but only bought 2 7-inch singles. So I'm going to show you those, and I'm going to show you some other stuff that I've bought through the week, and particularly one of my absolute holy grails. I'm going to finish with an album which is a holy grail that I've been searching for years. So why did I only buy 2 7-inches today across 3 record stores? And the answer is, I'm getting to the stage where certainly for the next couple of months I'm going to be very selective about what I buy, just because I want to listen to what I buy and enjoy it properly. I'm a listener ahead of being a record collector. I'm not stamp collecting. I'm trying to get back to, and listen to an album 3, 4, 5, 6 times before I even file it away, which is why I've got those new arrival buckets. So I had to be quite restrained today. There was at least 5, 6, 7, 8 items that I could have bought across those 3 record stores. The first record store I went to was just 2 miles down the road, which is named Bridge Records 2.0. So called because the owner apparently opened Bridge Mark 1 in the 90s just down the road, and it's taken him 30 years to reopen a store. Really good shop, unusually lots of Sub Pop, American college rock, Black Flag, quite a big metal collection, other stuff in there too. But again, there's lots of stuff that I thought, should I buy that? But I didn't pull the trigger. Second record store, first time I've been there, was a kind of market stall in Walsall. Again, just 3 or 4 miles down the road, named Vinyl Destination. And I did buy these 2 7-inches in there, which I'll show you. The third record shop was kind of this once a month record fair that opens in this church, and I didn't find anything in there. But in Vinyl Destination, I did find 2 7-inches that I really didn't want to pass up on. The first is, I'm a massive Stones fan, as I've said before in my uploads, and as you can see from the massive 1 meter Lips framed photo at the back. I'm a huge Stones fan, and I'm slowly trying to build a definitive 60s Stones collection. So when I saw the Got Live If You Want It EP for £12 in VG plus condition, original Decca UK mono pressing, I was no way I was going to pass that up. So it really is in excellent condition, considering it's a 60-year-old now 7-inch EP. So yeah, massive Stones fan. So I was thrilled to see Got Live If You Want It. I can only see one other copy of this in the UK on Discogs, so it's not that common. And there's a couple of online places selling this for crazy prices, but I got it for 12 quid. The second 7-inch I bought, I am a big, and always have been, well, for a number of years, been a Philadelphia International Records fan, so Gamble and Huff label. That soul label from the 70s. This is pre any use of drum machines or banking sounds into keyboards or computerized CAC. They had to use live instrumentation, and the Philly International label used massive orchestras and an amazing backing band. So if you haven't checked out Philly Soul, stream a compilation or something. But anyway, I'm starting to collect as much Philly Soul as I can, and this is the 7-inch of the theme from their label. Actually, it's The Sound of Philadelphia by MFSB, Mother, Father, Sister, Brothers, and featuring the 3 Degrees. So it's kind of the anthem of the label by Gamble and Huff. So beautiful label too, the Philly International label, with that kind of P&I emblem that they used. So we'll come back and talk about the Philly International label another time, and the more that my collection begins to grow. So they're the two 7-inches. What else have I bought this week then? What is the Grail? So I'm deep into Wilco and have been for a number of years. I saw them at Moseley Folk Festival 2 years ago here in the West Midlands. Sunday evening, summer concert, late summer concert, beautiful gig. They were just so Jeff Tweedy was in particular was on form. But anyway, massive fan. But it's taken me a long time to collect their back catalogue on vinyl, and the reissue of A Ghost Is Born just came out 2 weeks ago. It's a really nice black non-such label pressing. Took some cleaning. There was loads of surface noise, so I cleaned it twice on the VCS, but after that it sounds amazing. It's a fantastic LP. It's so experimental but also melodic. Ghost Is Born comes at it was recorded at a time when Jeff Tweedy was really struggling with mental health. And you know, unfortunately, with art and music, sometimes out of that sort of adversity comes some of your best work, and that's no exception here, I'm afraid. So yeah, Ghost Is Born by Wilco. I didn't want to pass up on. The next one is something that I bought a few months ago and stuck in the lock. I thought I didn't like it, so I kind of jettisoned from my record collection. But I cut it back out. I just didn't get it on first spin, and it's a classic LP too. It's the debut Roaches LP. So New Jersey sisters, the Roaches sisters, their debut LP, produced by Robert Fripp, of all people, given that there's nothing prog about this LP at all. It couldn't be further from King Crimson. It's kind of beatnik folk with amazing harmonies, and I just didn't get it because there's a kind of humor element built into some of the lyrics, and I just didn't quite get it first time. But now I totally do, and I don't know what I was thinking of. So I plugged that back out, cleaned it up, and now it's firmly going to be back in my collection where it belongs. The next one I owe to Steve Carlson. I watched Steve Carlson's Sunday show last week, and he featured this LP by Spooner, Wildest Dream from 1985. So this features the two to-be members of Garbage, Butch Vig and Doug Erickson. I would say this is somewhere between The Cars and REM is how I'd describe it, but Steve hadn't featured it last week on his Sunday show. I streamed it on Spotify, and I immediately thought, wow, I love that, and I found a copy for just £4 through Discogs in the UK, and the same again, packages. So for about £8 in the UK, I got this really VG Plus, close to near mint, original US pressing of Spooner's 1985 album. It's really, really good. So thanks to Steve Carlson for that. Now on to, finally, the Grail, and the album that I've been searching for. It probably has been top of my Grail list for 5 years. It's not an original pressing, because original pressing is even harder to get, but it's a fantastic repress, and it was still really expensive because for some reason, despite the paperback by James Brown being in lots of consensus that this is his best 70s LP, certainly, and possibly his best LP ever, and something that I've been streaming and listening to on CD for years, it's really, really hard to get a copy of this double LP from 1973, the paperback. When I finally found it, it was £80 on Discogs, not cheap, plus $7.50 P&P, but it's in immaculate condition. It's a 1997 US repress. I've got no idea if it's digital or analog, but it absolutely screams out of the speakers. This is a funk masterpiece, and if you haven't heard 70s James Brown funk, this is the place to go. This was an abandoned soundtrack album. Actually, it was meant to be a soundtrack to the sequel to Black Caesar, but it got jettisoned from that sequel because the film company didn't think it was suitable. But it's an absolute funk beast. The shortest track on this is almost 6 minutes long. The longest track is 12 minutes. You've got that full grunting, driving James Brown horn section on here, and he's on absolutely top form. It's kind of dark funk because the payback in the title is referring to US slavery and historically the 40 acres and a mule that was meant to be allotted to freed slaves, and he kind of uses that as an emblem for being free of slavery in the modern age, and so it's a pretty it's a pretty serious set of tunes on this. It's still varied, but it's absolutely fantastic. So that is the true Grail for me, to have the Paperback by James Brown. It's one of those things with Grail. I thought, right, okay, you've got it now, and you just file it and forget about it. But I played it this morning, and it was unbelievable on vinyl. So far ahead of what it sounded like on CD to me. So no regrets whatsoever. There's no way I'm going to see this on a shelf in the UK. Well, it's typical, isn't it? Now that I've done that, I bet you the next 4 times I'm in a record store, it'll be on the wall. But I've never seen this in the last, well, I've never seen it ever sitting on a record store shelf in the UK. And my local record stores, when I ask about it, even Soul Brother Records in London said, no chance. You know, we can't get you that. But yeah, I managed to source it on Discogs. And so there you go. Tell me what your Grail is. Everyone's got, I assume, at least one Grail. I've got another one which I'll mention another time, which I'm trying to hunt down. But yeah, really successful week. I'm looking forward today, because I haven't bought much, to getting back into a lot of my collection, actually, and maybe pulling out some old gems instead of this perpetual collecting all of the time. But that doesn't mean that I haven't got lots of things to show you, because there's still stuff arriving, or I've got on back order. And so hopefully next Friday we do actually have a Friday night vinyl instead of a Saturday Friday night vinyl. But until then, have a good Saturday night. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what your Grail is. And above all, peace.